Hi, Aaron Smith here, co-founder and executive director of the National Cannabis Industry Association. September is back to school for students as well as back to DC for members of Congress. In a late night vote on Thursday, September 6th, the House Rules Committee blocked a full House vote on all cannabis-related appropriations amendments. It's not surprising that newly introduced amendments were blocked, but it's particularly troubling that the Rohrabacher-Blumenauer Amendment was. The provisions in that amendment protect state legal medical cannabis patients and providers from Department of Justice law enforcement actions. Medical cannabis patients and businesses have been afforded the protections of the Rohrabacher-Farr Amendment, now known as the Rohrabacher-Blumenauer Amendment, for nearly 3 years. And now the Republican House leadership is attempting to take a step backward, and we take this very seriously. Other provisions that will not be allowed to vote include the McClintock-Polis Amendment, which would have prohibited the Justice Department from interfering with any state marijuana law, including the adult use programs now on the books in 8 states. And an amendment sponsored by Representative Denny Heck that would have prevented the federal government from interfering with financial institutions that choose to do business with the legal cannabis industry. 75% of U.S. voters oppose the enforcement of federal prohibition laws in states where cannabis is legal for medical or adult use. And even more, 94% in fact, support legal access to medical cannabis. Fortunately, Congress passed a continuing budget resolution, which does keep the Rohrabacher medical marijuana protections in the budget for another 3 months. And more importantly, for the long term, those protections are currently included in the Senate's Appropriations bill for the next fiscal year. So Congress still has a chance to protect patients and state legal cannabis businesses in conference committee. And we are working hard with leaders on both sides of the aisle to ensure this widely popular amendment is renewed in the upcoming spending package. So what can you do? As a cannabis business owner and advocate, it's important that senators hear from you. So please contact both your U.S. senators today and urge them to ensure that the Leahy Medical Marijuana Amendment is included in the upcoming Omnibus Appropriations Act. If you need talking points, NCIA can help. And of course, the most impactful way to advance our industry is to become a member of NCIA. Our members fund the important work we are doing to protect the industry in Washington, D.C. And the more responsible businesses that join the more than 1,400 others invested in that work, the sooner we will reach the day when cannabis businesses are afforded the rights and protections they deserve under federal law. If you're not yet a member of NCIA, please join today so that we can ramp up the pressure on Congress. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your support of NCIA as we work year-round in our nation's capital to gain more congressional support and champions for our industry.